Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to what is really everything to me. This is what I've been working on for the last 10 plus years of my life, devoted to personal development, becoming the best person that I possibly can because of pain points that I've experienced that I know other men go through too, and other people in general. So I've developed a system to take you from being in a point of pain. Just there's an emphasis on dating, right? So going from a place that you can't speak to girls, you don't feel comfortable and confident with them, to creating your dream dating life where you can go out any day of the week, get 4 to 5 phone numbers, and set up 3 to 4 dates for the following week, right? So, and this is created to be something that's very healthy, to create great friendships, great relationships, great connections, stay in touch with people that you're out and you cold approach, and that you become the most confident social version of yourself from being in a point that you were in a lot of pain potentially, the way I was, right? So without further ado, if you've made it to this video, please go ahead and book your call with me, free call consultations. We can talk one-on-one about where you're at and where your journey is set to go to based on your goals. But without further ado, let me go ahead and introduce you to my system and who I am as a person in my life. So how I created the dream dating life by rewiring my mind. I went from lost, unhealthy, and unfulfilled to confident, focused, and magnetic, without chasing, forcing connections, or burning out. The self-mastery system, a 90-day blueprint to master your emotions, elevate your fitness, remove vices, and build a lifestyle that naturally attracts high-value relationships. Again, so we're going to go into more of my story, but this is meant to take you from a place where you're in mental and emotional pain and rewire your self-belief, remove everything that's distracting and hurting you, and put in disciplines to get you to the best version of yourself. So we'll go to the before soon, but this is me now, really, moving my cousin out to Miami with me, living an entirely fruitful, purpose-driven, aligned, and happy life. This is me on one of my mentors' balconies, who's helped me make a complete transformation of who I used to be. Literally the most developed and aligned version of myself right here. I just took this last week. And because this is an emphasis on dating, because I've always had a lot of good experience with that, this is a very healthy relationship that I'm very proud of. And it's a big evolution of toxic relationships and nasty breakups that I experienced myself. And I made a promise to myself that I was going to create healthy relationships and connections for myself going forward after, my late teens, early 20s. So this is a relationship that I'm proud of. You can see very happy, taking a trip together. And now I want to give you some examples of how you can get into these relationships, right? Because majority of the relationships that I've been in and the connections that I have today all come from cold approaching. A lot of them, right? So here's some examples of some good cold approaches. So just to elaborate on that a little bit, I was at the mall after church on Sunday, saw this pretty blonde girl, went up to her, just said, "Hey, I thought you were really cute, wanted to get to know you." We wanted to say hi. We ended up going on an Insta date, which is this video she created, not me. She was so happy about the time we spent together, the 2-3 hours. I took her to a coffee shop, got her this pistachio croissant, just took her by the water, talked with her for a few hours. She was so happy she created this video, talked to me for the whole rest of the time she was here because she was on vacation here, and still stay in touch on social media. That's one example, but I'm going to show you a compilation of just approaches. This is all basically one day. So in one day, You can go out and approach 5 to 6 very attractive potential connections and start building relationships and connections with these people, right? So there's plenty more cold approaches on my social media, on this complimation, but I think the most important thing to take away from this is it's your energy. It's the energy that you're bringing into the interactions. It's how you're making people feel when you're interacting with them, and that all comes from your discipline. If you implement my self-mastery system, it's going to increase your energy, it's going to increase your vibe, and it's going to make you the most confident version of yourself so that you can go out and you can make these connections every single day. I'm nothing special. I'm nothing different. I just figured out the system to be able to do this, right? So here is the best example I have of before and after. There's plenty more befores that we could get into. But before the self-mastery system, in general, this is what it's created to do. If you're feeling depressed, lost, or stuck in self-sabotage like I was, addicted, distracted, or unproductive, emotionally weak or unstable, insecure and filled with confusion. These are all characteristics that I used to have. I was very lost. I was drinking. I drank every day straight and blacked out for 90 days straight when I was younger because I was going through mental pain and painful situations, and I didn't know how, and I didn't want to fix these things the right way. Instead, in my mind, everyone has vices, right? Things that you can rely on. Maybe it's weed. For some people, it's pornography, lust, whatever it is, drugs. For me, it's alcohol. When I drink, I'm numb. I don't feel anything, and that's why I naturally gravitated towards that. But the problem is you put off everything that you need to be confronting until it becomes this huge thing that you're like, how do I even fix this now, right? So after the self-mastery system, you rebuild your confidence, purpose, your rebuild confidence, purpose, no pretending. I think that's the most important thing that I've gotten to in my life is that what I never wanted to do was fake being the man. Like I hated that. It was no, I'm going to do whatever it takes, wake up at whatever time, work out as many times, do whatever disciplines I need to do to actually become the man because I'm not going to fake this. This is going to be real. No vices, elite habits, social skills, strong emotional control. Thriving in fitness, business, and relationships. Living in alignment, abundant, grounded, free. I'm not lying. I have no vices anymore. Elite habits. I know I can go out and social skills anywhere in the world and connect with 4 to 5 women or people a day. Even connections with men, building social circles. Right? Strong emotional control. Nothing really gets to me. I am in full control of my emotions. I rarely ever tilt. Thriving in fitness, business, and relationships. I do what I love. Fitness, I love fitness. I love the business that I have. I love the relationships in my life. There's nothing in my life I would change right now. Living in alignment, abundant, grounded, and free. So like I said, it's just having that sense of abundance. And now, so let's look at before and after. So this was, even because there's an emphasis on dating, even at this point in my life, I wasn't in alignment because I was working a job I didn't really care for. I wasn't dialed in on my vices and my habits, but I still had great relationships around this time. So dating has never been that big of a problem for me once I was able to solve the core issues, right? So this is just an example of dating life fine. Was I living in alignment? No. Here's a much more dialed version of me closer to today. You can tell the physique, packed on muscle on the physique, diet's on point, vices are on point, social skills are on point, have my own business. So this is a very much upgraded version. Even the tattoos, like, tailored a lot better. And then here's another example of a good friend that I have where I cold approached her we went on an initial date. Day went well. Hangout went well. Went on another hangout, and it's a great connection. It's a good friend I have. There's no pressure. We went out. We enjoyed each other's company, and this is exactly what you're looking to do. Is like just go build connections. Don't be afraid of people. Don't be afraid to get dates. Build more connections. Right? Be confident. Be the best version of yourself. Right? So this isn't motivation. This is transformation.
Anytime, just take your time, honey, I get it. Way you got me all in my head. Think I'd rather you in my bed. Whatever it is, you know I can take it.
So again, it's just good energy. The point is to start creating a pool of connections, right? And let relationships naturally evolve from that point. That is the whole purpose. That is what we're looking to do, and be the most confident version of yourself. All right, who this system is for. If you're 20 to 45 years old and ready to step into your peak, mentally, physically, and spiritually. You've outgrown chasing quick highs, hookups, or distractions, and want purpose, direction, and peace. You're successful in some areas but crave full alignment across fitness, mindset, relationships, and lifestyle. You want social confidence, dating abundance, and to attract a high-value partner by mastering yourself first. You're ready for structure, accountability, and improvement system and can commit 3 focused hours a week to change your life. Who this is not for, who I don't want to work with. Anyone looking for shortcuts or quick fixes to boost your confidence, fitness, or dating results. Remember, I said no faking. You want to actually be the man, actually boss up. Right? Internally at your core, and then that reflects externally. People chasing gimmicky pickup tricks instead of building real social confidence and inner power. So I've studied dating for a long time because I had toxic relationships. Beautiful people I was dating, but very toxic. So I started studying, and then there was a point where I couldn't connect with anybody because my confidence was crushed. We're going to get into that. But so I studied dating. And there is a lot of gimmicky, like pickup stuff. That's not what we're looking for. We're looking to build real internal confidence and build real connections and relationships that are healthy with people to move you forward. Because you don't want to be known as the guy doing gimmicky pickup stuff. You don't. Or the girl. Like you just don't want to. You want to take care of your reputation. Your reputation is the most important thing for you, right? So those who blame circumstances instead of taking full ownership of their habits and mindset. My mindset for the last 10 years have been everything is my fault. Every single thing is my fault. It doesn't matter if someone screwed me over in business. What did I do wrong, or what could I have done differently to avoid that happening? You take full ownership of everything that's happening into your life. No, I was born into a bad situation. No. Are you waking up at 4:30 in the morning, hitting the gym? Are you doing everything that you can to get out of that situation? Because no one is coming to save us. It is up to us only to become the best version of ourselves. That is the truth. Anyone unwilling to commit 3 focus hours per week or follow structure, discipline, or accountability. Again, all you need is 3 to 4 hours for your tailored plan to start getting results, right? People driven by ego, resentment, or hate towards the opposite gender. This is about growth, not revenge. So I've been there too. Everyone's gotten burned in relationships before, and maybe they have some sort of like animosity towards the opposite gender. I get it. I feel for you, but you need to do the internal work to heal first, because if that's kind of the mindset you have is to get back at the opposite gender, this is not for you. This is about real connection, real love, and real growth. That's what this is about, love. Here's the truth about attracting a high-quality partner. You'll never sustain real success physically, emotionally, or relationally until you rebuild from the inside out. Most people fail because they don't understand you're not losing partners because you're not good enough. You're losing them because your energy lacks grounded confidence and purpose. It is all about energy. Life is about the energy that you bring to the table. And I'm going to get into how that saved me, literally saved me from, I don't know where I would have been, right? But we're going to get into that. Attraction isn't built by chasing. It's built when your presence feels safe, inspiring, and in control. You need to be in control of your presence, your frame. You are speaking to men, the men that are on the call, you are the leader, you are a man, and you need to be in control of yourself at all times, period. The same discipline that shapes your body shapes your relationships. Leadership, composure, and standards keep people invested. So again, speaking more towards my men here, you need to have leadership. You need to have composure. You can't be unstable. You can't be tilting out. That is not going to work. We need to work on our core internally, right? So here's 3 more examples that I have of some of these are relationships where we've been friends and explored dating for 10 years. Some of these are cold approaches, and some of these are hangouts, with multiple women, where I dated multiple of them. It's the truth. It is just the truth. See? The reason I'm showing you this is because these are actual personal videos that I created and just sent to the person, and wasn't supposed to be on social media or anything like that, just to show them that I enjoyed the interaction and spending that time with them. So for this person, we went on an Insta date. I approached her. We talked for 2 hours about everything about life. I told this girl in 2 hours more about myself than any woman I've ever just generally talked to without dating them long term. We ended up going on a date the next couple of days. She asked me to go see a show with her, and we still keep in touch. We still keep in contact. It didn't develop into anything serious, but it doesn't need to. You just need to go create connections with people. That's valuable. That's what we're looking for, is you create a dating pool, and then you see what evolves into a more serious relationship, right? Okay, that is 2 friends that I made. That was in Malibu and LA, 2 friends that I had. And we went out, had great energy, great connection, great day. And that's what you're looking for. Build those connections, build the relationships, and then see what happens from there, right?
I don't speak so much. Walk like I don't speak so much. Okay, you know I'm coming.
Okay, one thing I want you to notice about each one of these videos is the energy behind them. Look how the women and the girls are smiling. Look how happy they are to be hanging out. That is what you want. I'm going to take a shot at some people. I'm not just out here doing cold approaches and little pickup lines and never seeing the girls again. We're actually going on fun adventures and making connections and building relationship. That is what you need to be doing. That is what I want to teach, is real connection, real love, and get rid of this toxic dating environment that is plaguing our generation. We need to actually care about each other, right? And actually build real connections with each other. And if you have a falling out, you have a falling out. It happens, but you're building the right types of connections. That is what we're looking for. And you're only going to get there if you align yourself. But don't worry, I'm not letting the system or your habits beat you. There's no such thing as no time or no discipline. You just never aligned your purpose, habits, and environment yet. When your vision is clear, discipline becomes automatic. We're going to get into this a little bit more, but it's all about just alignment and discipline. We need to figure out, remove all the junk from your head, figure out what is your vision for your life? What do you love? I have clients who love travel. They want to create a travel brand. They want to get into working out. What is your vision for yourself? I have other clients that want some better dating results. What is the vision for yourself? And then we're going to reverse engineer it and figure out how to get you there, right? And if you want that person to be you, I'll show you how to rewire your mind and attract high-value relationships and opportunities effortlessly. Build a lifestyle and body that projects confidence, focus, and discipline. Master your emotions and habits to eliminate self-sabotage and stay consistent, and create a purpose-driven routine that aligns every area of your life. When you master yourself, everything else falls into place. So this is the most important thing about dating, that like you can learn a million pickup lines, a million gimmicky pickup tricks, but if we're talking about attracting high-value partners and relationships, that's never going to happen until you dial yourself in as a man or as a person. You need to have everything on an elite level to attract an elite level partner. No faking a frame is ever going to work long term. I promise you, I've done it, I've been there. The only way to really become that person in your dating life, or that person in general, is to build real confidence and real discipline. That's what it is. All right, so now you've heard me go off for the last 25 minutes. Let me explain to you who I am, how I got here, and why I have the energy that I do. I grew up in Chicago as a guy with potential, a good student, athlete, driven, and surrounded by great friends and a girlfriend. I'm not going to lie, I had it really, really good. I had amazing friends, beautiful girlfriend, played multiple sports. There's a picture of me playing football here, but I was Olympic development program goalkeeper in soccer. I was a straight A student when I was younger, but I started to mess up. I started to take my eye off discipline and focus, and I paid the price big time. But bad decisions and a lack of discipline caught up. I failed out of college and high school. I had a 2.1 GPA out of 4 in high school, meaning I had C's and D's and everything. And the only reason I didn't fail is because my energy and my love for people and understanding and talking to people, I was cool with my teachers, and that's why they didn't fail me. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to be honest. I turned to substances. This is where things got bad and lost myself. I got into drinking. I thought drinking was cool. I got into doing other stuff. I thought that was cool, being a little bit of a bad kid, I guess. And things got really dark internally. So around that time, I'm doing terrible in high school. I'm on probation for college. Around that time, a close friend passed away while I was drunk and didn't take his call seriously. My girlfriend of several years left me for a friend. I couldn't look myself in the mirror, was unstable, drank heavily every day. Moments like those changed my outlook, my life, and forced me to face who I've become. So I don't want to be dramatic. Everyone goes through traumatic experiences because what's trauma? Trauma is an event that forces a change in behavior, right? However, I'm not taking responsibility for anything in my life. I'm drinking heavily every day. I'm not being a good partner. Even though I was young, it is what it is. This is my friend Matt Laz. He calls me, tells me that he can't feel his legs. I'm in La La Land. I'm just drinking every day. I think it's like Jersey Shore or something. And I tell him it's fine. I'll see you tomorrow. He calls me again, says I'm in the hospital, bro. I can't feel my legs. I tell him it's fine. I was the last person he spoke to, and he passed away. And I, instead of comforting my friend and being a man and being there for my friend and going to see him, I was like, hey, dude, it'll be fine. I'm drinking with some other homies. Hung up the phone. I felt an immense amount of guilt for that until this year. It's been like 12 years. I felt so guilty for that. But I had to heal that trauma because I know he wouldn't want me to be living with that self-blame, right? That was one situation that was a result of not being the man I should have been, right? Another one, my girlfriend of several years left me for a friend. I can't blame her. I was being a drunk idiot every day. Who would want to stay with me? But that felt like heartbreak. That felt like betrayal. I was embarrassed because in my mind, everyone in our hometown knew that I just got I just lost my girl to a friend. And what did I do? I just started drinking more. Now I'm just going to drink and numb myself even more. Now I'm not going to think about this. I literally couldn't look myself in the mirror for like 3 years. There was a 3 or 4 year period that's scary where I could not look myself in the mirror. I was unstable emotionally, always fighting, always getting angry, anger problems, and drank heavily every day. 90 days straight, blacked out. Probably more than that. And that's not an exaggeration. Probably blacked out more than anybody that I know. It's sad, it's unhealthy. I could have died multiple times. And to be honest, I had suicidal tendencies. Maybe I was just being a dramatic kid, but I was in mental turmoil and I didn't know how to get out. I literally did not have the mental capacity to figure out how to get out of that situation. Moments like these changed my outlook and forced me to face who I'd become. So what do I do from there? I leave school, move back in with my parents. Now I'm like, okay, I have no fallback plan. I have no degrees. I'm a bum with an addiction problem, an alcohol problem. Either way, got sober, rebuilt my body and habits, went cold turkey sober, started hitting all the books, reading as much as I could, watching as many YouTube videos as I could, figured out what I wanted for my life. Started looking at travel videos of people on the beach. I'm like, hey, I want to go surf. I want to learn how to be on the beach. I want to learn how to make money. I want to start trading. These are ideas that started coming up in my mind. Self-belief. I started reading a lot of self-belief and meditation. I started to manifest or believe that I could accomplish these things. Moved to San Diego where I built a 6-figure career in finance as a stock market trader for a major firm. I had no degree and I got hired by a major firm honestly because of my energy and because of my drive and my self-belief that if they gave me the opportunity that I would make it. So I pack up my stuff, moved from Chicago to San Diego, cancel a vacation to Italy I was supposed to take with a friend, and just hit the ground running there. Had an 8-year career as a stock market trader, a risk management trader, wealth management as a financial advisor too. So I had a very successful finance career that I could have stayed in for the rest of my life. But I chose this path to help people with the mental struggles that I went through. During that time, I studied psychology, became obsessed with psychology, self-mastery, and human behavior for nearly a decade, investing over $100K in coaching and mentorships. I think $100K is light. All in, everything that I did for 10 years was to grow in personal development and learn more and get around more successful people, reverse engineer success. Study psychology. Why am I the way I am? Why are other people the way they are? And how to basically behave in social environments and really just fix my broken mindset on the world, right? And learn empathy. That's one thing. I specifically remember walking in, it was a community college after I failed out of school. I went there for like a semester, but I remember walking and like reading my first book called The Third Circle Theory by Pejman Gandhi. And basically says when you look at people, try to imagine like what's in their thoughts and minds. And I had no empathy to the point where I was looking at these people and I was like, oh my gosh, like they're actually like thinking something and like they're feeling something. And like I thought that was so crazy to try to understand what other people are feeling, right? And that's a key to life. It's to be able to connect with somebody and understand what they feel and what they think, right? It's just an obsession with understanding myself, understanding other people, our human behavior, why we behave the way I do. And honestly, at the core of that was like not wanting to have another toxic relationship or toxic relationships with my friends, my girlfriend. I didn't want unhealthy, bad vibes in my life anymore. I know that I was the root of that and I caused that. And I was obsessed with becoming healthy and not letting these situations, like losing my friend and not being there for my friends, not being there for people who needed me. I was obsessed with never letting that happen again. So after briefly slipping again, I got into alcohol and some harder drugs and had a spiritual experience when that happened that we'll talk about later. Came back stronger, grounded in faith, discipline, and alignment. That's when I truly gave my life to God here in Miami and found purpose beyond success. Now I help others do the same, just like I promised myself I would, removing vices, mastering emotions, and building confidence and lifestyle that attract high-value relationships. So after I got out of that first bout of depression and mental turmoil, I promised myself I was going to help other people get out of that. And I was only 22 or 23 at the time that I found my way out first. I'm 31 now. So this business, this system that I created is 6 years in the making. 10 years of personal development, probably $250,000 of investing in myself in personal development and coaching, and then 6 to 7 years of promising myself that I was going to do this one day. I was going to coach. I was going to help people rewire their minds and get out of going on that toxic and just negative path that I was on. This is my purpose. This is what I was put on the earth to do. And this is what I love more than anything. Period. The self-mastery system is a proven method I created after years of studying human behavior, understanding the dynamics of relationships, and mastering high performance through my career in finance. It's built on real-life experience, dating, fitness, emotional regulation, productivity and branding, and removing vices to help you rewire your mind, attract high-quality partners, and step into full alignment as a person. Now I'm breaking it all down for you. Again, so here's just kind of like a before and after.
You're drinking a candle. You drink a candle. I got it all.
That is a video of me so drunk. I don't remember that. This is how I got every day for not at least 3 months, probably more. And for years, I would always get like this. So drunk that I'm drinking a fake light up candle and I think it's my drink. And I'm laughing, it's funny, it's cool, whatever. I'm in college. But what would have happened if I never would have broke that habit? I have friends that passed away. From stuff like this, man. It's serious. This is very serious. Drugs. I've been there. I've done it. It only leads to more pain. It only leads to numbing yourself and putting off the real work that you need to do. So here's the transformation. That was before. Here's the transformation. Me with, getting that first job. To me, this was like, I went from failing out of high school and college, addicted to substances, and really like, in my mind, I was like, I'll never be more successful than my dad. I'm never going to figure out how to be successful. I'm screwed. I don't know what to do. I'm just going to, I'm dumb. I was just telling my client, my friend this other day, that I was like, I'm just going to go to the military and have someone shoot me. Go to the front lines, have someone shoot me. That way, honorably, I can put myself out of this mental agony I'm in. That's what my master plan was. So being able to move to San Diego, which was a huge goal of mine, is to move to California, be able to make my videos that you see I made on the beach and stuff like that, and create a 6-figure career as a stock market trader, which is another goal I had. I feel like I won the lottery. Maybe I wasn't a 7-figure earner with a Lamborghini like you see all over social media nowadays, but I won. Look at this. I was so happy. I've never been this happy in my whole life. Got a chance to work at a big firm. They just told me, pass these tests and you got the job. I actually failed one and begged them. Went back to the work, begged them, let me take it again, please. Got 30% higher on the second try of their series licenses. Series 7, I had the Series 7, 63, 9, 10, 4. If you know anything about them, those are very hard tests. Passed all those. But begged them, please let me take it again. Passed it, kept the job, moved to San Diego. I remember being like, I can't fail these tests because they'll fire me from this new job, and I have to go back to Chicago and face everyone and tell them that I failed. That is not going to happen. So got the job, huge firm, huge win for me, especially someone without a degree, and passed the test. Another thing too, I remember in high school I got a 0% on a quarterly math chapter test. My friend Nick Mogul will tell you, we looked at my test, it was like 100 questions. I had a 0%, I'm pretty sure. Like, I really was not smart. I really, really in my mind believed I was stupid. But I just wasn't good at what they were trying to teach me. And I didn't want to apply myself to what they wanted to teach me, right? So then again, it's like this was a huge, huge deal for me because I had nothing but toxic relationships, like growing up with women. I don't know why. And I committed myself to learning dating, learning self-mastery, learning personal development, and had a really healthy relationship. That meant everything to me. Literally, I could get emotional. That was such a big deal for me. This was such a big deal for me. Now I have higher goals. Now I have other things that I want to do is really change lives, really help people. But this meant, at the time, meant everything to me. Rewire and rebuild the framework. Phase 1, reframe the mindset. Detach from old beliefs, patterns, and gain emotional control and build a foundation rooted in clarity and purpose. Phase 2, rewiring your habits. Create alignment across every pillar. Dating, fitness, productivity, and lifestyle through consistent, disciplined action. So phase 1 is creating the self-belief that you can accomplish whatever it is that you put your mind to, right? Phase 2 is creating a tailored one-on-one plan. This week, we're going to take this action. Then we're going to stack this action on top of it once we're mastered this first one. So it's phase 2 is creating a personalized one-on-one plan to get you to your goal. It could be dating, it could be fitness, it could be elevating your brand, whatever it might be. Phase 3 is rebuild your identity. Step in your highest self, confident, grounded, and in complete control of your direction and relationships. I remember being in a place where I couldn't generate any dates, and my confidence was totally shot, and I was so insecure I didn't believe I could ever accomplish anything, to now, socially, I have amazing mentors, amazing community, Bible studies, people I look up to, people that make a lot more money than me, are a lot more successful in business, and people who are spiritually ahead, right? My ecosystem is very healthy. Relationship and dating-wise, if you can go out and generate 4 to 5 healthy connections and phone numbers a day, you can set up 3 to 4 dates, 2 to 3 dates a week. And now, how do you even keep track of all those connections, right? That is the goal, is to build a healthy dating pool and let relationships naturally evolve from there. I personally, I can't keep up with all the connections that I have. I'm just keeping it real. But in the following steps, I'll walk you through the exact A to C process of what I used to rebuild my confidence, attract high-quality partners, and align every area of my life mentally, physically, and emotionally. So you too can use my self-mastery system to rewire your mindset, master your emotions, elevate your fitness and brand, and create the dating life you've always wanted. Now let me show you how I use this system to rebuild my life, going from lost and unconfident to mastering my fitness, emotions, and productivity, cutting every vice and creating abundance in dating and relationships. Phase 1, master your mind and remove the vices. Probably the most important thing you can do, period. And people don't want to hear this, but it's so true. Build an unshakable self-belief and mental clarity and internal alignment. Break destructive habits and eliminate distractions that keep you stuck. Master emotional control and develop calm confidence under pressure. Build the discipline and focus that make you unstoppable in every area of your life. One thing, I'm just going to call it out for what it is, and people might not like it, but it's the truth. People want to get to their goals and become successful, but don't want to cut their fucking vices, man. I was working with someone miserable, wasn't hitting their goals, but when we worked together, they told me they would not cut out the fucking weed and they would not cut out the alcohol. Brother, I get it. I get it. Alcohol is the only thing that would numb me out. I've taken more substances and drugs than probably anybody else. You need to cut it out. You need to cut out the fucking video games, man. You need to cut out the weed. You have to have the self-discipline to cut these things out because you're never going to reach your potential. And you need to build real, stable emotional control where you don't get rattled. You need to be a tree rooted into the ground as a man. Speaking to my men here. So the first thing, remove the vices and destructive habits. Trust me, I had a lot that I had to get rid of, and it was painful. But what was more painful to me was realizing that I would never become the man that I was meant to be. You need to throw that shit out. My cousin, I moved him here with me. He smoked every day for like 15 years, maybe more than that. The first thing he did when he moved in with me, we threw his shit out. Threw the fucking weed. I'll put the video here. We threw the fucking weed, threw his piece in the fucking toilet with piss in there, and flushed it down the fucking toilet. Now he's been here for a month, and it's the first time, or maybe second time, he hasn't smoked weed in that long since he was like 13. He's 30 now. So what is that, 17 years? Guess what? He started a business. He has like 5 clients for his business now. He's doing really well here in Miami. You need to cut this fucking vices, man. You need to do it. And then you need to be, for me, the tools are meditation. You need to be meditating and journaling to be able to rewire your self-belief. Visualize yourself with these goals that you have. Rewire your mind for self-belief. Shift from doubt and confusion to conviction and clarity. Meditation, journaling, visualization, and awareness training. Again, I'm meditating with my clients every morning. And eventually we'll have a whole application and system built out where I don't need to be one-on-one for that every single day, but that's what I do. We meditate, because what does meditation do? It aligns your subconscious mind, your reptilian mind is what people call it, what runs your brain to your conscious mind. And you align them, and now your subconscious and your conscious mind are moving in alignment. So basically what that feels like is your mind looks like a file cabinet. And it's so organized, you can just pull it out, and your thoughts are all there organized, versus just like racing thoughts, not being able to control yourself. I've been there. Anxiety. I used to have really, really bad anxiety. That's the reason I started meditating. And I would get angry. I would have crazy thoughts. I would just say things. Not like super crazy bad, just like one thought, another thought. Can't control anything. Meditation slows you down. I meditate 6 times a day sometimes, just because it keeps me so chill. But what does that chillness do? Okay, let me evaluate every situation and let me figure out the right game plan to be able to move forward. Meditation is so important. Ray Dalio, billionaire, hedge fund billionaire, credits most of his success, a lot of it, to transcendental meditation because it aligns his subconscious with his conscious mind. I honestly I have my meditation guy right here. I owe so much to being able to just chill my mind out with that simple tool. And then journaling. Literally, I'll show you my journal right now. Do this every day. Super blurry, but all I'm talking about, I'm going to be the best coach in the world. God is the center of my life. I'm going to get 1 million views on this VSL. It's going to be the best VSL ever created. Today is the best day of my life. I'm so happy and thankful. I'm a boss. It's funny, but you take the pen, you write with paper, and it's so powerful. Because by the time I'm done writing, I sign it with my signature, and I'm like, let's go! Today's going to be the best day of my life. Everyone I interact with is going to be a healthy interaction, and I'm going to make my goals. I'm going to get to my goals, and I'm going to push everyone who works with me to their goals too. I am going to push society forward. That is my purpose. And you need to write that down and create the self-belief that you can do it. And create the self-belief that you can have whatever it is that you want if you take the action. No sitting on your fucking couch saying this is the fucking cards that were given to me. Fuck that, man. No. Reprogramming limiting beliefs and align your subconscious with your goals. Again, limiting beliefs, throw them out the fucking window. Fuck that. I don't want to hear that shit. Fuck that, man. The goal, to know you can change your life, not just hope you can. Once we've built clarity, we'll create your 12-week plan tailored to your region, lifestyle, and goals. So you know exactly what to do each day. Every day you'll have an action step. Working out, meditating, cold approaching, and breaking down the dates, whatever it needs to be. You're going to have every single day have an action item. Once I stopped identifying with my old self, my entire life direction changed. Again, here's me geeking out over my new life. If you see this, I apologize that I use our pictures more than once, but I do think this is super important because I'm not a huge dude. Like you can see here, I'm 5'8", a really healthy relationship I was in. She was 5'10", like 2 inches taller than me. And like people talk about short kings. Yeah, I date girls taller than me. So what? I thought it was dope. Walk into a club with a girl, she's wearing heels here. So she's like 2 inches taller than me. Now she's like 6. Yeah, I'm a short dude. Bossed up. with a tall girl by my side. Beautiful tall girl by my side. And I'm not trying to sound like a douche, but bro, you can have anything that you want, bro. Like, don't limit yourself. You have to believe in your mind you're 6'5". My best friend Fabio, my dad used to tell me, he's short like me. We're short kings. He's like, man, that kid walks on the soccer field. He's like 5'8". We were young at this, maybe like 5'7", because we were in like middle school. But that kid is 6'5" on the field. That's what they used to say about him. That's the mindset you need to have, is you can accomplish anything. And I'm not trying to sound like a douchebag, and I'm really not. If believing in myself and forcing other people to believe in themselves makes me a douchebag, so fucking be it. I don't care. Because everybody I know can accomplish whatever they want. You just need to believe in yourself. That is the number one thing that I cannot handle. If someone tells me that I can't do what I want to do, or if I see someone telling somebody else they can't accomplish what they want to do. Yes, it has to be reasonable. It's not like I can say like I'm going to be the first person to start a colony on a new universe like that. But anything within reason, bro, you can accomplish. Here's a physical. That's a physical manifestation of what I'm talking about. So, like, I'm only 150, 155 pounds, and 95-pound dumbbells aren't, like, the craziest in the world, but 150, 155 pounds, repping out the 95s for, like, 8, that's kind of impressive, body weight-wise. But that was when I was literally about to quit my financial advisor job of 8 years, it was wealth management of 8 years, and go full in on this business, trying to really change lives and live out my purpose with no backup plan and just raw power and self-belief. That is a physical manifestation of what I'm talking about, what I feel in here. And who's spotting me is one of my mentors. If you guys shout out Coach Kyle, who I met him here in Miami my first day here, and he helped me believe that there was more out there, right? Like, outside of my career. There was really a way to accomplish this. So it's like God puts big bros in your life to help you accomplish your goals. And if you need it, I'm your big bro. I'm here. I'm going to help you get there. That's real. So remove vices and clear the noise. Trust me, I get it. Cut out what's holding me back. Alcohol, lust, distraction, instant gratification. I cried here to God. I cried out to him. Please, God, help me with this lust. Relationships, beautiful. Having connections, beautiful. Lusting over women, not cool. Not what we want, not what's honorable. Replace dopamine addiction with discipline. Detox mentally, physically, and spiritually to sharpen your focus and attraction. Once I remove those patterns, my clarity and momentum doubled. So again, me drinking a fake candle, thinking it was booze. Here's a video you find on my Instagram if you want to see it. I'm on the floor. It was my birthday, which still isn't an excuse. I was so drunk I couldn't get off the floor. So people had to help me up off the fucking floor. You don't want to be like this if you want to be, or if you're trying to become successful, or you want to be disciplined, you want to be the next level version, you want to be a boss, you should not be doing this. This is not what you should be doing. And I'm a perfect example of cutting that shit off. Here's me smoking, and it's blurred out because there's other drugs. And here's me holding, I'll let you use your imagination. This is real. Like, I really struggled with these things. I really almost died from these things. And I'm over a year sober now. I don't know what it is, like a year, 3 months, 4 months maybe. You can get off it too. You don't need to do that shit. Phase 2, implement new habits and systems. Build the structure that drives transformation. Replace chaos with systems that create consistent results. Develop habits that align with your goals in dating, fitness, productivity, and emotional mastery. Build a foundation that turns your plan into lasting momentum. Have to have structure and discipline. You have to have the structure, the discipline, and the want to change your life. Once you know what it is that you want, that's going to give you your drive. People talk about your why. It's true. My why, I created yes, I want to take care of my parents and my family. I know that's a why for a lot of people. But truly, honestly, in my mind, I created a big circle. I heard this in a movie, maybe a book I read. Big circle around everyone in my community, everyone in my environment, as many people as I can possibly reach. And my why is to help as many people as I possibly can with these things, with discipline. If you're going through any sort of mental pain, let me help you. Let me help you kick those habits. Let me help you create the discipline that you need. Install new habits within the 5 pillars. So focus on your 5 key pillars: dating, fitness, productivity, and branding, emotional regulation, and removing vices. Create non-negotiables, daily routines, structure, and accountability that drive real progress. So here you'll see a picture of my calendar. This is literally what my days look like most of the time. Every minute of my day is structured out, including when I eat, when I rest, when I post my content, Bible studies. If you're struggling with productivity, this is what we need to do for you. You need to have a set structure. Get 24/7 one-on-one access for personal guidance, feedback, and ongoing support. So once you're in the program, you have 24/7 access to me no matter what. As long as I'm awake, I usually sleep for like 8 hours a night. If I'm awake, you have access to me. No question about it. In dating, hands-on help with cold approach, in-field practice, and communication mastery. So communication is key, energy is key. When your energy aligns, the cold approaches are just so much easier. When you're confident in yourself, cold approaches are so much easier. So it all is one thing, all different areas of your life, but they all come together. With cold approaching, if you're in Miami, we can go out and we can do it together. You can watch me, or there's in-field practice, which is basically you put a headphone in, I can listen to you, I can watch what you're doing, and we can help tailor your cold approaches. I guarantee you, if you do 10 cold approaches a day, you work out 5 days a week, and you start meditating, you're going to start landing 2 to 3 dates a week and start building your dating pool like that. I guarantee it. But you just need someone to keep you accountable to take the actions. So start stacking small wins daily until the change becomes automatic. And again, there's just me making a video part of my morning routine, which is getting the sun, meditating, journaling, getting a light workout in, etc. All right, I just crushed out about 20 push-ups to take a little break, ate some fruit, and now we're back to it. Let's get it. So what's included in your coaching experience? Goal: execute with clarity, community, accountability. Like I said, coaching, this business means absolutely everything to me. I'm going to give you every ounce of my energy to push you forward. It is the most important thing to me. So a custom 12-week plan built around your goals, lifestyle, and environment. So once we do phase 1, we figure out exactly what it is that you want. We're going to come up with a 12-week plan tailored just for you based on where you are, what your goals are, and your lifestyle to get you the exact results that you are looking for. Step-by-step coaching across all 5 pillars: mindset, fitness, dating, productivity, and vices. Daily tracking and progress check-ins through your personalized application. So this is going to be huge. We're building out an app. I'm doing that right after this. Basically, it'll allow me to see everything that you're doing. You're just going to go on the app, update your meditation, your journaling, your cold approaches, how everything's going. I'm going to be tracking it every day so we can literally see the results week after week of all the actions that we're taking to make sure that we get you to your desired result, whether it be in dating, a fruitful dating life, whatever. Tracking and progress check-ins to your personalized application. Private community of like-minded men getting real results, support, accountability, and motivation. So this is super important, right? Community is super important because if you're chasing a goal, you want an accountability partner or other people that are on the same mission as you, so you guys can get results together, right? And you can laugh, talk about it, banter. Community is so important. I'm in tons of communities, coaching communities, fitness communities, Bible and church communities. So it's a very, very powerful community to be in. Regular coaching calls and voice note access for real-time breakdowns and strategy adjustments. So you have 24/7 access to me via WhatsApp, but you'll also have access to my calendar. So whenever you need to book out a call, you can go ahead and do that, and we can talk literally whatever time is available on my calendar as many times as you need. You'll never have to guess your next step. You'll have structure, support, and direction. So everything is going to be tailored throughout the entire 12 weeks. There will be a plan. You'll have an app. You'll see all your action steps. I'll be tracking everything with you, tailoring the program as we go, and you have 24/7 access to me at all times to ensure that you get your results. And I'll even go as far as to say is if you don't get your results or you're not happy with the program, I will work for you after the 12 weeks for free until you get your desired results.
If you're thinking about working with Carlos, I would go ahead and do it. The reason is he's building himself up right now in the coaching space, and there might be a bunch of other successful coaches that are at the top of their game with 1 million followers, and they're super famous. They have a ton of people in their program. Yes. And they might have went through a lot more experience, maybe. But Carlos is working on it every single day. He's out there cold approaching. He's out there going through the motions of exactly what he's going to be teaching you. He's not sitting in a house somewhere just talking about theory. He's actually practicing it. He's going back and forth with you on what works and what doesn't, especially for your unique situation. That is the most important thing, because if someone can work with you one-on-one and have that time to get to know you and get to know your strengths, your weaknesses, maybe what could work for you and what works for other guys.
That's Jot. He actually brought him on to help me with my application. We sat down, we came up with a plan. He gave me his experience, and I sat with him for a while, understood all of his dating experiences, what we needed to tailor for him one-on-one, and then we worked out a plan for him, and we're going to continue to work together. And the biggest positive for working with me is that I have unlimited time for you, and I will give you unlimited time, and we will get you to your goals. I promise that. So again, those are clients that I brought on that I'm assisting with coaching. So you're going to get one-on-one time with me, tons of one-on-one time. Both those calls I was meditating with my clients. And then on Sundays, we're going to do a group coaching call too. We have an open floor to interact with me and everybody else on the team as well. Phase 3, double down and build your new identity. Go lock in mastery, make the new you permanent, evolve from chasing results to embodying them daily. Solidify your discipline, confidence, and standards as your new normal. This is where momentum becomes identity. So this is doubling down on all the disciplines and tailored plan that we've come up with together, and really just becoming your new transformed you. Like even from a year ago when I moved here, I'm constantly evolving. I'm constantly transforming. And that's the goal with you, is to make a total transformation in whatever area you're struggling. Become the new you and scale what works. Operate from power. Cut what drains you and double down on what builds you. Lead with integrity. Live as the man or person you committed to becoming. Confidence now comes naturally because you earned it through action. And this isn't about changing once. It's about never going back. So I'm the most confident version of myself right now. I know that I'm in my prime, and I can get you here faster because I've experimented and tried everything under the big yellow sun.
Oh, he's going. Oh, dude. Oh. He's doing it. Oh, he's doing it. Oh. You see that? I like green. That's effort. That's dedication.
So to give you a little bit of context there, this is exactly what I'm talking about with becoming the new you. It doesn't matter what the end result is. What matters is I was just running 4 miles with my boy, who I met through one of my mentors, who's a top coach here in Miami as an SPJ, super successful. I'm blessed to have that relationship with him. Throwing that in there to show the confidence in your social circle once you start to level yourself up. And then I saw a pretty girl walking, said, I didn't even know he was filming. I was like, I need to get that girl's number, because you need to be a man that goes for what you want, or a person that goes for what you want, period. So went up to her, had a good interaction with her, got her phone number, got her Instagram, and we still stay in touch. Did it evolve into a relationship? Some are, some aren't. But what did I do? I proved to myself that I take action, because what would have happened? I saw a super pretty girl, that's my type. Oh, I'm too scared to talk to her. I'm not going to do it. No, get the fuck out of the car and go talk to that girl, man. Go get her phone number. Maybe it turns into something, maybe it doesn't. And then tell yourself, let's fucking go. I did that. I didn't let fear hold me back from taking any action. And cold approach is a perfect example of like a physical thing that you do that you don't let fear hold you back. But that goes for everything in life. Going for your business, going for a new PR, moving cities, starting a new sport, getting a new relationship. You never let fear hold you back from anything. Getting out of a relationship that isn't good for you. That is a physical manifestation of taking control of your life. Track your results and stay locked in. Track progress weekly through your personalized phone application. Workout, journaling, and check-ins. So we're going to be tracking everything together. Stay accountable through community feedback and measurable results. If you can track it, you can master it. Once I saw my growth week after week, the process becomes addictive. Progressing and becoming more confident does become addicting. There's nothing else you want to do but work on yourself. When you realize you're basically a video game character and you can evolve and level up as much as you want in real life, and it's a no-brainer to me. It's so fun. This is where mastery compounds clarity, consistency, and confidence for life. So again, I don't want to sound like a douchebag, but I put this because this is a great example of becoming a confident, high-value man. You want to be a high-value man, right? There's a girl at Cold Approach. I went on a 2-man with my boy Sergio, who's also a big dating coach here in Miami. He approached these 2 girls. I approached her friend, and she really took well to me. How she's reaching out to me, being nice, but also I'm having her qualify herself to me. Why should I take you out? She's asking me to keep taking her out because you're really cute and I want to get to know you. And then she follows up one of my stories, Call Me Strong. I'm not trying to show that to be a douche. No, I'm really not an asshole to women. But the thesis is you want to be a high-value man with a lot of potential connections and an abundant dating pool and having girls ask you to take them out. That is the goal, right? And then again, just more results in the gym, penthouse, in my building here with my mentor's place. Like, it's just this is so far the peak of my life, and I've lived a lot of places, I've seen a lot of things, I've experienced a lot, and it is really a system. It's just discipline. It's a discipline and a system and building skills. The self-mastery system works. Here's the proof. The self-mastery system is designed to reprogram your mind, body, and habits. So you stop chasing validation and start attracting everything through alignment. Attracting. My clients have proven this method works for rebuilding confidence from the inside out. Again, no fake shit. You boss up for real. Attracting high-quality partners with ease. Getting fit, focused, and grounded in purpose. Replacing addictions and distractions with discipline. You don't just look different, you become different internally, and that eventually reflects externally. The self-mastery system transformed my mind, habits, and energy, and now I help others do the same. This isn't motivation, it's transformation, a full rewiring of who you are mentally, emotionally, and physically. So a full transformation, I'd love to help be a part of that transformation. So again, that's a video of me and a good friend having fun, but these are only the videos that I've taken. Like I said, I've been on I've done thousands of approaches, been on hundreds of dates, had connections with hundreds, maybe even thousands of women. And it all comes down to energy. It really does. It comes down to being disciplined, being in alignment, and attracting potential connections and partners. And that's a skill that you can build. Commonly asked questions. How much personalized coaching do I get? Unlimited. For the 12 weeks that we're going to work together, you have a 24/7 text access to me. As long as I'm awake, you'll be in contact with me if you need it. And then you'll have your application where you'll know what your daily action items are. And I'll be tracking everything week for week with you. And then you'll have access to my calendar. So whenever you feel like you need one-on-one time with me, book out on the calendar and we can get on Zoom or Google Meet and we can talk. How to infield calls and feedback work. So again, we'll find where are the most ideal places in your city to go on cold approaches. You pop one earphone in so I can hear the conversation, and then you can just narrate the situation and I can listen in and I can give you feedback. And then you can show me your text messages, you can show me phone calls or break whatever information that you have, and we'll go over it. And we'll make sure that, and even just situationally, I've talked to clients, just sat here and talked to them for 3 hours about all their past relationships. I enjoy doing that. Love, relationships, that is what keeps me going. I can do it all day for free. That's how I truly feel about it. So, yeah, you'll get tons of feedback. What if I live in a small city or outside the U.S.? No matter where you are in the world, you could be in like Buffalo, New York, or small towns, whatever. We will do the research. I'll find places for you to go approach that are near you. Or if you're outside the U.S., we'll still find places. And you need that skill. This skill works no matter where you are in the world. You need to be able to go communicate with people. You need to be able to find people to communicate with. So it's not a problem. What if there are many potential partners in my area? Kind of already answered this. We'll find places where you can go approach and get results. I'll do the research myself. I'll figure it out, and I'll roll with you over the phone. Or honestly, we even link up. Like I'm super open to linking up with my clients in person. You can either come to Miami or I'll come by you. What if I'm really busy or short on time? You only need 2 or 3 hours a day, depending on the goal. Once we tailor out what you want and what your desired result in, let's take dating. You only need to cold. In 1 hour, I can knock out 5 approaches. So you do that 3 times a week. You're getting in 15 interactions with women. I bet once you start working on everything else too, your communication, your aesthetic, your fitness, you're going to have 2 or 3 dates lined up for the next week. Guarantee it. What if I have no dating or relationship experience? Honestly, that's probably better, because the easier thing to do is getting people approaching and communicating and getting on dates. Once you're on dates, and then the next level is like a serious relationship, things start to get more complex, because people are complex. They're looking for very specific things if they're going to get serious with somebody. We can work on that too. If there's an issue that you're having with getting in serious relationships with people, we can break down the conversations, the dynamics of the relationship, and reverse engineer what's happening. But no dating or relationship experience is honestly better, because it's very simple to get into cold approaches and to get into dating. It just really comes down to not having the fear of rejection and taking action and staying accountable, which is, we can absolutely help you with that. What if I feel too old, too fat, too short, skin color, accent, etc.? None of that matters, because it all comes down to your communication and vibe. Everything else is just a supplement to your communication and your vibe. There's nothing you can do about skin color. I can't do anything about the fact that I'm short, 5'8", shorter. Your accent would probably do better, work well for you. All these are limiting beliefs that you still need to work on your communication, and your communication still comes before all of these. They're all just supplements to having confidence and communication and energy, right? What if I'm not looking for random hookups, just genuine connection? Good. The random hookups work too. It's something that can be taught, but genuine connection, probably most men I know and women are looking for genuine connections. We all are, right? This generation is suffering because people don't know how to connect with each other. You build a dating pool, and And from there, you build genuine relationships and connections if it naturally evolves into that. And I'll even go a step farther to say, with my journey where I'm at right now, with truly like getting into my faith and my relationship with God, I'm trying to stay celibate until I get married. The Bible says you shouldn't have sex until marriage. I'm really trying to live by that. I've been celibate for a few months now, and that's the direction I'm going in. I really want a genuine connection, but I'm not rushing it. I'm going on dates, I'm connecting with people, and when that genuine relationship comes and we want to get serious with each other, then that's totally fine. And I think most people are heading in that direction nowadays, and that's fine. What kind of results can I expect and how fast? How fast can you take action? When I was working with one of my mentors here, he told me, hey, you're going to say hi to every person that we pass on the street. I was like, what? Did that. Next thing you know, like 6 hours later that same day, I had approached 10 beautiful women. The most beautiful women that I had ever seen in Miami. I approached all of them. You can get results today. You just need to have somebody push you into taking action and keeping you accountable. What happens after 12 weeks? So there's 3 common things that can happen. Either you're happy with your results, and in that case, I'm happy that you're happy with your results. You need a little bit more help. In that case, I will continue to work with you if you haven't hit your desired results, or you're happy with your results and you just want to continue in the program. At that point, we can figure out a continuation plan. We'll work it out where either you want full service still or you want partial service, and we'll figure out a way to keep working. Now that you understand exactly how this process works, we have an offer for you. If you're a person who is feeling lost, unmotivated, or stuck in your head, struggling with confidence, purpose, or attracting quality relationships, tired of chasing validation, quick highs, or relationships that never last, and are ready to rebuild your confidence and masculine energy from the ground up, generate consistent attraction through calm presence and self-control, master a proven system that upgrades your dating life, fitness, and mindset simultaneously, join the self-mastery system, rebuild your confidence, habits, and dating life in 12 weeks without relying on luck, validation, or surface-level fixes. This is for people who are done guessing and are ready to live with clarity, confidence, and control. Again, please go ahead and book a one-on-one call with me, totally free consultation in my bio. The only thing I ask is you set aside 1 hour in a quiet, distraction-free environment. Please don't be driving. Please don't be out in public where you can't really hear me. I'm going to take a full hour to just have a consultation with you. So please show mutual respect, be somewhere quiet on a computer, and we can really discuss where your bottlenecks are and what your future results are going to look like. Thank you very much. Let's go. Let's get it. Oh yeah, I was going to show that again too. Again, that's Instadate. I've had so many Instadates with so many beautiful women, and so many other dating coaches I know do the same thing. You just have to get over the fear of going up and talking to the pretty girl. And that is a normal thing. You go up and talk to her. Maybe this girl wasn't doing anything. Her friends were asleep from the party the night before. Spent 3 hours together. Stay in touch. That is waiting on the other side of taking action. So again, let's go. I got you. Let's get it.